Things that we need are specialized equipment. We need specialized trained staff who take care of these patients. And then we need people to help actually support the parents and families for what they're going through now and what their future will look like. 90% of our patients will go on a ventilator at some point. Our goal is for a micropreemie to come off as soon as possible, but we know that they're not ready to breathe on their own when they're born. There is a special monitor that monitors blood levels without actually taking blood away from a baby. A micropreemie, every drop of blood is important, and your average lab tube takes 1 to 2 mils of blood. To a baby, that means that you need a blood transfusion later on. This monitor will decrease our need to give blood transfusions, which will decrease more risks to the baby. An important part about the NICU is that we don't just take care of the baby. We're taking care of the whole entire family. A micropreemie will spend anywhere from 100 to 200 days in our unit. A way that a mom and dad and family members can stay bonded are through these cameras. That emotional support and that ability to bond with their baby changes outcomes for these patients.
If I hadn't been exposed to caffeine minimum, I would probably be in jail or in the streets or dead right now.
The current approach to juvenile justice is the definition of insanity, trying the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result each and every time. Instead of building a system of punishment, let's reward good behavior because good begets good and bad begets bad. Cafe Momentum is a 12-month paid internship for young men and young ladies exiting Dallas County juvenile detention facilities. Our approach completely changes the paradigm of juvenile justice. When the kids come in, we tell them, "I love you and I believe in you." That sends a direct message that they carry with them for the rest of their lives. Most often, these kids are committing crimes to access resources. We're talking food, clothing, and shelter. I grew up with every resource I could possibly need, but if you put me in a situation where I haven't eaten for 4 days and I have the opportunity to steal so I can eat, I'm gonna do it because I'm starving. And so would any of us.
My name is Joseph Head and I am a CASA kid. My mom came to a point in her life where she was no longer able to take care of her kids. She left us at the Dallas Life Foundation shelter. She left a note on me that said if anybody had found these kids to take care of us.
To have a CASA volunteer to walk alongside of you, to support you, to help you, to be the constant in this process is something that I don't think we can underestimate. Each one of these children are going to have something that they can hold on to during this very difficult time. And many times what they can hold on to is that CASA volunteer.
I've had 11 children and 7 cases in the last 7 years. I want to make sure that they know someone cares about them and someone is checking on them. Someone's making sure they're going to school, they're being fed, they're in a loving home, and they're being well cared for, and my goal is to get them into a permanent home.
Child abuse is a problem that can't be ignored. In Dallas County alone, a report of abuse is made every 20 minutes. 1 out of 10 children will be sexually abused before their 18th birthday. These kids can't fight for themselves. We have to fight for them. With your help, DCAC coordinates a heroic team of experts working every day to restore hope in these victims' lives. Over 6,500 kids and non-offending family members are helped each year. We partner with CPS, law enforcement, the DA, and pediatric hospitals to ensure that justice is served and the victims are safe and protected. We provide trauma-focused therapy and support to children and their families throughout the journey. Our forensic interviewers, therapists, and family advocates can't do this work alone, but together, we can help protect and rebuild the lives of Jane and John Doe.
The Dallas Symphony Orchestra has a history of impactful music education programs dating back 100 years. When COVID-19 hit Dallas and schools closed this spring, the DSO wanted to keep music in these children's lives. Our education department and teaching artists immediately pivoted to online instruction using Zoom and FaceTime to continue lessons. When we discovered that access to devices was a barrier to instruction, the DSO gathered donated tablets and phones and raised money to purchase equipment. Through one-on-one lessons, group instruction, and some inventive new ways of learning, students in the Young Strings and Young Musicians programs kept the music playing. Music is more than notes on a page. It enacts social change and provides support, empowerment, and connections for young people. Music can teach critical life skills needed for success in school and beyond. That is the goal of the Southern Dallas residency, to pave a bright future in Dallas, building the next generation of musicians and music lovers.
We live in an area that when you look around, when you drive around, there's wealth everywhere. And I think many people don't see those pockets of people that are struggling, that do need help. Yes, we have an economy that's growing and it's strong, but there are still people here that are in need. There are people that are hungry. There are people that don't have clothing that will come to us and literally don't have anything but what's the clothes on their back. And with your partnership, with your donations, we can help those people so that we don't just drive by and ignore those folks that really are in need and struggling even to make it in this area.
I've been a heavy user for 3 or 4 years. I really just had a clouded mind, you know? I was mad all the time. I was a very negative person. Before I came in here, I didn't think I'd really make it to 18.
About 130 people every day in the United States die of an accidental opioid overdose. You know, if we had a flight of that many passengers going down every day, we would ground all flights. We would stop and figure out what's going on.
Being here, you know, it kind of showed me not only like a physical flush of my body, but also gave me a mental flush, and I think a lot more clear now.
I think what's important for patients like Ryan and really all of our patients is we're getting them back in touch with who they truly are, and knowing that all of those strengths and resources are in there. That great kid is in there all along. It's just being able to help bring it out.
There's a lot of things I could not do when I first came in here. For like example, drawing, playing basketball, even just simple stuff like that. Like when I first got in here, I could not do at all. But you know, being in here, I feel like now the way my mind is, I can really do anything. You dictate your own treatment, you know? There's never like, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. It's always, you should probably do this because it's gonna help you in the long run, but I'm gonna give you that choice.
You want to empower them. We're after engagement, not compliance. You know, we want buy-in with the treatment center. We're not trying to tell them what to do or force them into doing something.
It's all about your choice. It's just about making the right choices. It's never too late to change. So it'll be a struggle, but the struggle is gonna make you strong.
What we're talking about is the OR environment and our day surgical area. Our day surgery space is a converted administrator's office. So that space really limits the number of procedures that we can do in an 8-hour surgery day. Over the last 10 years, our day surgery volume has continued to grow at an exponential rate, and over half of the surgeries we do are now day surgery instead of inpatient, which is really nice. Being able to complete these really advanced technological surgeries and still remain an outpatient through the day surgery area is really convenient for these families. But again, the rate limiting step is the current day surgery area. Over the years, surgical technology has advanced significantly, and the techniques that we use to do orthopedic surgery have also advanced. And because of that, we just have more equipment in the room, and the equipment has just changed dramatically. So in this space, there can often be easily 10 or 12 people plus the patient. It just gets more and more difficult in these types of rooms. So the new rooms that we are hoping to construct in the future will be more than double the size of this current room in order to accommodate all of the people and the technology that allows us to do this amazingly efficient, safe, and extraordinary surgery that we do today.